third time you've played Minnesota here over the last 10 days. There's no surprises. There's just a thought on maybe where your team's game is at coming off that victory on Friday.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game last game for us. Obviously, as you said, this is our third time in a short period versus the same team. And I think when you find yourself in those type of situations, you have to understand where you've had a little bit of success and understand where areas or parts of your game can get better. And so we're looking to do that tonight. We're going to look to elevate and we're going to look to adjust.
You got a fair amount of goal scoring over the last 8 games. The team's 6-2, and it's not just Connor and Leon. I mean, you've got multiple guys with multiple goals. You know, Derek Ryan and Klim Kostin. Just a thought of maybe some of that support appearing to starting to come.
Yeah, I think it's important, especially when you're at this point in your year right now. You know, we're working into the middle of our season, and I think people have enough games under their belt to understand how we want to play, and to find some contributors up and down the lineup. I think it's important. We've had some D score some goals. We've had some depth forwards score some goals, and what that does is it alleviates a little bit of the offensive pressure off just a few guys, but it also makes you a deeper team because you're getting help from everybody.
And you're looking to try to get as you play a third of the season, try to get lines that stay together for a while. I mean, is
Yeah.
coach?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I'm no different than anybody else. I really like an understanding of consistency when it comes to that stuff. But at the same time, we can't afford to wait for anybody either. We need everybody's best effort. And when we have people going, that makes it competitive for ice time. But yeah, I like it when we've had a measure of consistency. But part of that is we found ways to win those games. So we've been able to keep things together. I think as we start returning some players here to full health, all of a sudden, as I said yesterday, it's a competition to get into our lineup, and it's a competition for privileged ice time. And I think when you have competition, what happens is it's real healthy for your team and organization.
When I was talking to Nuge yesterday, I said to shoot a whole pile more pucks in the summer. I said, no, I just decided I was going to bear down on the shots I did take. No, I don't know whether that's a past mentality that comes from a playmaker, or how do you see
when I saw Ryan Nugent-Hopkins come into training camp with a look about him, with a want to have a real good start to his season. I think what can't be discounted is I think the playoff run for a guy who's been around for a long time in the organization, to get that far, I think it whet his appetite for more success. And part of playing deep in a playoff run is to make sure you get contributions up and down the lineup. But we got to get there. And Ryan came into camp. He had a focus about him. We've moved him all over the lineup, and he's finding ways to make people around him better. I think that's the mark of a good player.
And as long as Leon and Connor and Hyman are going good, that's my line.
We reserve the right to move our chess pieces around the board.
This is the longest you've had them together.
It is. You're right.
Yeah. And is that success-based, or is it just the players you have out of the lineup I'm going to go with?
Both. Yeah, both. Yeah.
And Fogel's ready to practice, but still not ready to play a game.
Yeah, he won't be in the game tonight.
He didn't even travel.
He didn't travel with us here. We thought it was better for him on a quick trip like this to keep him in Edmonton, get some work there, and we'll see where he's at on Wednesday.
Is Zach Hyman in his type of game like the ideal fit to play with players like Connor and Leon, kind of guy who can do some dirty work and open up space for guys that need it?
Yeah, I think Zach's hard to play against. What makes him who he is that he's a real positive person, and he's a real passionate person, and he has an insatiable appetite to get better and to grow. And I think when you pair the two best forwards in the National Hockey League with a guy like that, I think it makes for a good line.
And Stu, does a coach ride a goalie who's playing good more so than I've got two, so
Yeah, I think we got two really good goalies that both give us a chance to win. Their records would dictate that. And, we're excited. We think Stewart's going to help us win the game tonight.